podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has the tools that will allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. So go download the Anchor app today and get your podcast started. Happy trails. Good luck. See you out in that podcast world. Take care. Before we get into today's episode, I just want to send a special shout out to all my followers on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and just wanted to say thank you so much for your support. You can listen to the podcast on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Audible, Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. So, if you're interested, go check out the podcast and see what you think. I appreciate your support. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Yes, You Didn't See That? We are back, and today I just wanted to come on here real quick and talk to you guys about what's probably going to be happening over the weekend, which is the homeschool setup. I'm actually going to set up the area we're going to be working in for homeschool this year, and a school is starting back in New York City for public school on September 8th. So we are going to be following that schedule. So we have a area in the living room. That I have like a table, and I have a desktop, my CCTV, and like the printer, and then we got the living room table and things like that. So, and the Wi-Fi is a lot better in the living room. Don't you hate that when the Wi-Fi only work well in one area of the house? So I'm going to be doing that, and hopefully I can get it up on YouTube, so those who follow the podcast page on YouTube will be able to see what I'm actually talking about. So I'm trying to decide, how that's going to go, and what other things we need for. So we're going to be using Khan Academy, so we already have the passwords and everything for that. So that's something we're definitely going to be using for homeschool this year. I did mention in the other episode that the New York City Parks Department, they have a discount for people with disabilities. So the membership, you have to have a membership for them. I believe it's $25. That's what it says on the website. So we're going to be using that for like gym to keep our, get our exercise and things on, and get out the house a little bit for that. So I'm going to be incorporating that. So I will let you know how that goes and the sign-up process goes for that. And then next week I will be on Teacher Pay Teacher. Let me tell you, that's my site right there, Teacher Pay Teacher. They have, you don't have to be a teacher to use it, but they have some wonderful lesson plans, available for you to print out and use. So I've been using it the last, 2 years now that we've been doing homeschools, getting a couple of lessons from there. So that definitely helps. I'm also going to be working on the actual lesson plans. So I'm going to, see if I can do like a little syllabus or something. I'm trying to be a little extra this year, but right now I've already set up I set up my son a new email, so he can use that going forward if he's applying to jobs and things like that. He can use it unless he wants to change it later, but I set him up a new email, so him and I can email him things for him to take a look at and, print out if necessary, so he could work on the assignments, because I'm still up in the air about Google Classroom, because I didn't know you had to pay to use that if you are like a school or something. So I I did sign up for Class Dojo, but that's, that might be a little too babyish, but we'll see what happens, which one we're going to use. But if anything, um, and I already got the grocery list for the breakfast and lunches together. So I will be doing, that shopping, that back to school shopping and everything next week as well, probably, and maybe a little some, after Labor Day. Everybody gonna be shopping for barbecues and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see if they leave any food in the grocery store. so, so that's what's gonna be happening over the weekend. Like I said, I'm going to try to see if I could film, for YouTube the actual homeschool setup that we're gonna have and utilize. And we already have the set schedule. Our time to start would be like 8 a.m. to like maybe 2:30 p.m. and then we'll follow those school hours, and we'll see, do as much as we can. I do have a few appointments, so we might have a couple of half days in there during that time. So, but for the most part, it's a lot of, I've done a lot of pre-planning, and hopefully things will, work in our favor there. It's definitely going to be interesting because, I live in the city. I live in the hood, unfortunately, and, hopefully the outside won't be too noisy and too disruptive, when the kids go back to school, so we won't have no loud music blaring. But, when you're doing it at home, and, you never know what your neighbors is going to do. So pray for us, y'all. And then, what else has been happening? You already heard what Biden did with the school loans, the student loans. So he about to start forgiving because, people like, look, I can't afford to pay. It's just getting really, crazy out here with the, we're in a recession, is inflation, gas is sky high, and then, you still got to pay, your bills, your rent, your food, and then on top of that, student loans if you are, if you don't have them in, like, forbearance or whatever. But I did hear that they did extend the deadline to, so you don't have to pay anything back until the end of the year. So the end of December 2022 is when they have extended the deadlines, I guess, for the forbearance. So I guess that'd be good. That'll help, some families out. And, holiday season is coming around, so that's a little load off. So that'll be good. So let's see what happens with that. And y'all, let me tell y'all, I just, today I participated in and was a co-host of, I told you about this group that I belong to called Downstate New York, and it's like an advocacy group of people. It's made up of people of all disabilities. And today was the employment group. I am a co-coordinator of the employment group, and we held a presentation today on Zoom etiquette, because everything, some people and some schools may still be on Zoom, and even if you're in college or whatever, it may be, on Zoom or what's the other one that they have? Microsoft Teams. They may have, if you're working, you may have meetings on there. So we did a presentation on Zoom etiquette. So it is up on Facebook Live. I'm actually going to probably share it. I'm going to share it to the podcast Facebook page, and that way you guys can go check it out in here. So we've been doing a couple of presentations for people with disabilities, and even if you don't have a disability and you want to learn some information, maybe you know someone that you can share the information with, that is always a good thing. So go check that out, most definitely. And don't forget to follow, share, like, go on the social media pages. The podcast has a Facebook page, Instagram, and TikTok page. We also have a YouTube page, or I have a YouTube page as well, so you can go check out this, videos on the YouTube page. So everything is Yaz. You didn't see that, so you can look it up in the search bar, and on any of those platforms that I just mentioned, and go check it out. Go support your girl, and I do want to give a shout out to my followers on Instagram. Let me tell y'all, it's I would love more followers. Would love more people to come and join the fam. But I am appreciative of the followers that have been hanging strong with me on Instagram. And you catch TikTok is catching up with you guys, and I appreciate that. So I just want to say shout out to the followers. I've also been mentioning I do have a Patreon page. So if you go on to patreon.com, you can I think you're able to look up a certain page, so you can look up Yaz. You didn't see that on the patreon.com, and find me there. Check out what's available there. That's another way of supporting the podcast. Well, this mama, I'm a visually impaired mama, trying to do homeschool and, get my teenager graduated. Right now he is going into the 10th grade, so we're going to be having some milestone things coming up, so stay tuned for that. He's going to be 16, so it's going to be, milestone birthday. I'm looking into like driver's ed. Y'all know, come on now. Y'all got to come along for the ride. So, so that's pretty much what's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be busy with school, and I'll definitely let you guys know what's been happening. And until next time, peace.